LG just threw down a pretty direct challenge right in the direction of Apple's display business. This is the brand new LG Ultrafine 32990A. Just a beautiful name that rolls right off the tongue. This is a 32-inch 6K display with Thunderbolt 5 docking capabilities built in. This display is up for pre-order at $1,999. That price point very intentionally positions this display between Apple's Studio display and the Pro Display XDR. Now, the basic specs on this LG, it's a 6K display, 60 hertz, it's not 10-bit color, around 98% DCI-P3 and 99.5% Adobe RGB. With those specs, it really does feel like LG was trying to deliver performance and resolution like the Pro Display XDR at a price point that's more like the more reasonable Studio display. But for some reason, LG chose to only give this new 32-inch 6K display 450 nits of brightness. Apple's Pro Display XDR, yes, it's almost 3x the price of this thing, but it can hit up to 1,600 nits of brightness. Even the Studio display, at $400 cheaper than this LG display, can do 600 nits of brightness. If I had to guess here, that Thunderbolt 5 docking capability is the main reason for this higher price tag. 2 Thunderbolt 5 compatible USB-C ports with up to 96 watts of pass-through charging, HDMI 2.1 DisplayPort, a USB-C upstream, and 2 extra USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 ports. This is not the deepest list of ports that you will find. Also, I don't know about you guys, but I've always thought it weird to connect things to the back of my monitor, especially if I'm having to dangle SSDs from the back of the display. If you want real docking flexibility, OWC's Thunderbolt 5 lineup out-expands this LG display in every way imaginable. For starters, there's the OWC Thunderbolt 5 dock, which is going to give you 11 ports and 140 watt pass-through charging. And then there's the compact Thunderbolt 5 hub. Now, the Thunderbolt 5 hub is going to turn one Thunderbolt 5 port on your host machine into 3 downstream Thunderbolt 5 ports plus 1 USB-A port. But look, if your workflow lives on the edge on fast networks or a NAS, then the Thunderbolt 5 dual 10 GBE network dock is the one you want to get. This dock adds 2 10 gigabit Ethernet ports to your setup instantly. Plus, you can connect to a third Ethernet network via the 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port on the front. And that's on top of multiple Thunderbolt 5 ports and USB ports. So yeah, for me personally, it's kind of hard to justify this LG, but either way, whatever you combine, whatever display you combine with any of these OWC Thunderbolt docks, you're choosing your display for image quality and your dock for true connectivity. What do you think of this new 6K display from LG? Does it hit the mark? Let us know in the comments.